Have you ever wondered if some people are simply born different, carrying within them a unique purpose, a special destiny? What if there were children among us, evolving beyond the norm, designed to shift the very fabric of our collective consciousness? Today, we'll explore the fascinating and at times controversial world of indigo, crystal, and rainbow children. We'll unpack the origins of these concepts, delve into their purported characteristics, and explore what, if anything, science has to say about the notion of evolving human consciousness. Prepare to have your perceptions challenged and your mind open to the possibilities of a new era of human potential. The idea of distinct generations of spiritually advanced children isn't new. It finds roots in esoteric traditions and New Age philosophies that gained prominence in the latter half of the 20th century. These movements often emphasize personal growth, spiritual awakening, and a rejection of materialistic values. Thinkers like Helena Blavatsky, the founder of Theosophy, and Rudolf Steiner, the father of anthroposophy, laid some of the groundwork for these concepts, emphasizing the evolution of human consciousness and the existence of subtle energies. One of the key figures in popularizing the idea of indigo children is Nancy Ann Tapp, a synesthete who claimed to see auras. In the 1970s, she began noticing that many children were being born with a predominantly indigo aura, which she associated with certain personality traits. Tapp described these indigo children as highly intuitive, independent, and possessing a strong sense of justice. They were often seen as rebellious, questioning authority, and resistant to traditional educational methods. Her work, though not scientifically validated, resonated with many parents who felt their children were misunderstood or misdiagnosed. The concept was further popularized by Lee Carroll and Jan Tober in their book, The Indigo Children, The New Kids Have Arrived. They elaborated on Tapp's ideas, suggesting that indigo children were coming to Earth to challenge old systems and pave the way for a new era of peace and harmony. This book, and the subsequent movement it spawned, provided a framework for understanding children who didn't fit into conventional molds. Following the indigo children came the crystal children. These children are described as being born with a more peaceful and loving nature than the indigo children. They are said to possess heightened psychic abilities, empathy, and a deep connection to nature. Crystal children are often described as having large, penetrating eyes and an aura that is clear and radiant, like crystal. They are believed to be more sensitive to their environment and may struggle with sensory overload. Then there are the rainbow children. They are considered to be the third wave of these special children. Rainbow children are believed to be fearless and joyful, embodying unconditional love and service to others. They are said to have strong wills and the ability to manifest their desires easily. Rainbow children are often seen as healers and teachers, guiding humanity towards a brighter future. It's important to note that these categories aren't rigid. Many believe that individuals can exhibit traits from multiple categories, and the labels are more about understanding general tendencies than placing people into fixed boxes. The core narrative surrounding indigo, crystal, and rainbow children revolves around the idea of a shift in human consciousness. Proponents believe that these children are harbingers of a new era, helping to raise the vibration of the planet and usher in a more enlightened age. They are seen as possessing unique gifts and abilities that are crucial for solving the challenges facing humanity. One of the key connecting points between these concepts and the realm of quantum physics is the idea of interconnectedness. Quantum physics has demonstrated that particles are not separate entities but are entangled with each other, even across vast distances. This concept of entanglement resonates with the spiritual idea that all things are connected, that we are all part of a larger whole. Consider the double-slit experiment, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics. It demonstrates that particles can behave as both waves and particles, depending on whether they are observed. This suggests that observation, or consciousness, plays a role in shaping reality. This idea has been seized upon by some spiritual thinkers as evidence that our thoughts and intentions can influence the world around us. While mainstream physics doesn't endorse such a direct causal link, the experiment does highlight the mysterious relationship between consciousness and the physical world. Another relevant concept is quantum entanglement, where two particles become linked in such a way that they share the same fate, no matter how far apart they are. This suggests a non-local connection that transcends space and time. Some interpret this as evidence for a universal consciousness that connects all beings. The concept of the observer effect in quantum mechanics is often cited as evidence for the power of consciousness. The act of observing a quantum system changes its behavior, This has led some to believe that our thoughts and intentions can directly influence reality. While this interpretation is controversial, it highlights the profound impact of consciousness on the physical world, at least at the quantum level. Many personal transformation stories are associated with the indigo, crystal, and rainbow children phenomenon. Parents often describe feeling a deep connection with their children, sensing that they possess a wisdom and understanding beyond their years. They may recount instances of their children exhibiting psychic abilities, such as knowing things before they happen or communicating telepathically. These stories often involve children who struggle in traditional school settings due to their unique learning styles or sensitivities. Parents may find themselves advocating for their children's needs, seeking alternative educational approaches that honor their individuality. It's a common thread to hear parents describe the journey of supporting their children in embracing their unique gifts and navigating a world that often doesn't understand them. One perspective is that these children are simply more sensitive and intuitive than previous generations. They may be more attuned to the energies of the planet and more aware of the interconnectedness of all things. This heightened sensitivity can make them more vulnerable to the negative aspects of the world, such as violence, pollution, and social injustice. Another perspective is that these children are evolving at a faster rate than previous generations. They may be developing new cognitive and emotional abilities that are necessary for navigating the complexities of the modern world. This accelerated evolution may be accompanied by challenges, such as difficulty fitting in or feeling overwhelmed by the intensity of their experiences. A more skeptical perspective suggests that the indigo, crystal, and rainbow children phenomenon is simply a manifestation of confirmation bias. Parents who believe in these concepts may be more likely to interpret their children's behavior in a way that confirms their beliefs. They may also be more likely to seek out information that supports their beliefs and dismiss information that contradicts them. It's crucial to approach these concepts with a critical and discerning mind. While the stories and experiences of parents and individuals who identify with these categories can be compelling, it's important to distinguish between anecdotal evidence and scientific proof. There is currently no scientific evidence to support the existence of indigo, crystal, or rainbow children as distinct categories of individuals with specific genetic or neurological traits. The characteristics attributed to these children are often subjective and open to interpretation. However, this doesn't necessarily invalidate the experiences of those who identify with these concepts. It simply means that a different framework may be needed to understand these experiences. One possible explanation is that the indigo, crystal, and rainbow children phenomenon reflects a growing awareness of neurodiversity. Neurodiversity refers to the natural variation in human brain function and behavioral traits. Conditions such as autism, ADHD, and dyslexia are examples of neurodivergent conditions. It's possible that some of the children who are labeled as indigo, crystal, or rainbow children are simply neurodivergent individuals who are being recognized and supported in a different way than in the past. The language and framework of the indigo, crystal, and rainbow children phenomenon may provide a way for parents and educators to understand and support these children's unique needs. Recent scientific discoveries in the fields of epigenetics and neuroplasticity offer further insights into the potential for human evolution and adaptation. Epigenetics demonstrates that our genes are not fixed but can be influenced by environmental factors, including our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. This suggests that we have more control over our own evolution than previously thought. Neuroplasticity, on the other hand, shows that our brains are constantly changing and adapting throughout our lives. New neural connections can be formed, and existing connections can be strengthened or weakened. This means that we can learn new skills, change our habits, and even heal from brain injuries. These discoveries suggest that human consciousness is not static but is constantly evolving and adapting to the changing world around us. The indigo, crystal, and rainbow children phenomenon may be a reflection of this ongoing evolution. The limitations of our current knowledge are also important to consider. We are still in the early stages of understanding the complexities of the human brain and the nature of consciousness. There is much that we don't know about the relationship between mind and matter, and the potential for human evolution. While there is no scientific consensus on the existence of indigo, crystal, and rainbow children, the concepts have had a significant impact on contemporary culture. They have provided a framework for understanding and supporting children who don't fit into traditional molds. They have also inspired a growing interest in spirituality, personal growth, and alternative healing modalities. The concepts have also influenced parenting styles. Parents who identify with these ideas may be more likely to adopt a more holistic and child-centered approach to parenting, focusing on nurturing their children's unique talents and abilities. They may also be more open to alternative educational approaches, such as homeschooling or unschooling. The cultural significance of these concepts extends beyond parenting. They have also influenced art, music, and literature. Many artists and musicians have been inspired by the idea of a new generation of spiritually advanced individuals who are helping to create a more peaceful and harmonious world. Technological insights also play a role in this discussion. The internet and social media have made it easier for people to connect with others who share their beliefs and experiences. This has led to the formation of online communities dedicated to the Indigo, Crystal, and Rainbow Children phenomenon. These communities provide a space for people to share their stories, ask questions, and support each other. Emerging trends in consciousness research may also shed light on these concepts. Researchers are exploring the nature of consciousness using a variety of methods, including neuroimaging, meditation, and psychedelic research. These studies are providing new insights into the workings of the human brain and the potential for expanding consciousness. The phenomenon of indigo, crystal, and rainbow children, whether viewed through a spiritual or scientific lens, invites us to consider the evolving nature of human consciousness. While definitive scientific proof remains elusive, the widespread interest and personal experiences associated with these concepts highlight a deep yearning for understanding and connection. Are these children truly different, or are we simply becoming more aware of the diverse spectrum of human potential? The answer may lie in our willingness to embrace curiosity, empathy, and the commitment to fostering the unique gifts within each individual. Consider this. What if the very act of believing in the potential of these children helps them to flourish? What if our collective intention to create a more loving and compassionate world is the catalyst for the evolution we seek? Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you're interested in delving deeper into topics of consciousness, spirituality, and human potential, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. What are your thoughts on indigo, crystal, and rainbow children? Share your experiences and perspectives in the comments below. Let's continue the conversation.